we're going to talk about the Oscars now, because this should be the last final bit of the Oscars that we discuss, because at this point, it's dead again. So, at this moment in time, Will Smith has been banned for 10 years for the Oscars and been banned from other award shows now. He's not just banned at the Oscar for 10 years. He's apparently banned at several award nominations that could actually affect his career. There are studios that said they will not work with Will Smith. So that's at least the update on the Oscars. But now we're really looking at the repercussions for Will Smith. He's now can't get awards. He's really made a lot of actors think about stuff. Jim Carrey is officially out of acting now. Jim Carrey has stepped down. And Jim Carrey were not happy about this situation at all. And Will Smith is now being told he can't perform in certain movies because they are ran by a studio. He's not allowed in Oscars and other award shows. What do you think this could mean for his career as an actor?
I know a lot of his movies he was going to be working on are pretty much in the can right now.
Yeah. They're definitely going downhill because a lot of places don't want to work with, I don't want to say aggressive behavior, but you assaulted a guy on stage in front of peers and millions of people, and the repercussions are going to happen. And unfortunately, they're happening now. And I love Will Smith. I'm a big supporter of Will Smith. Even though what he did sucks, everyone fucks up, but unfortunately, this fuck up could hinder his career. And I hope not. I hope to God not, but you fuck up, you pay the price. Joseph.
I really didn't want to see him lose his award, so I'm glad at the very least he gets to keep the award. Yeah. I don't think it would make sense for him to lose the award. Just because, I mean, for one, I'm under the impression that some worse people have gotten to keep their awards, like certain Weinsteins and Polanskis, but I don't have the fact on me to verify that. That's just so. Let's just pretend I didn't make that point.
Okay.
He won the award.
Yes.
So he was already recognized for best performance. Taking the physical trophy away and giving it to somebody else is just an empty gesture because he won the award. So there's you can't take that away. You can't be like, no, I'm sorry, you didn't win it. We didn't recognize your performance as the best performance.
I can't believe that was an option. Like they were actually considering taking it away from him.
Yeah, no, there's nothing that you can do about that. He won the award fair and square. And I respect the Oscars line on this, which is our review is on the conduct of the awards, not the conduct of the work. The work stands on its own merit, and I respect that. Second thing I wanted to say to the to my fellow tinfoil hatters, a lot of us have discussed that this whole thing is staged and is fake, and that it's a distraction from talking about things that are more important. And I want to take a position that pushes back against that. There are topics that everybody can talk about there because everybody has a say in it, like this. I think Trump was a good example of that as well. Everybody wanted to talk about him. And there's other things that come up. And the thing that makes these moments in culture important is that it gives everybody a chance to demonstrate their own thought process. We're talking about Will Smith. Lots of people are talking about Will Smith. So consumers can go from content creator to content creator and hear the different takes on the story and decide, I like the way that person talks about it. Maybe I will now listen to this person for other things. So if for people who like me, who we'd like to talk about what's the nature of the universe and what are the machinations that control and what are our banks up to and the elite and vaccines and all that stuff. We talk about all that stuff. So when it comes to talking about a guy hitting another guy in the face on live TV, have that conversation. Demonstrate your intellect by being able to handle a more mainstream talking point like this. Don't back out of it. Use it as a chance to convince people that you could be somebody they might listen to for other things. So that's my take on that, and that's why I'm not going to be like reluctant to talk about something just because it's mainstream or cultural.
Yeah.
And those are the only two real main things that I was thinking about all this. To your point about like where this is gonna affect his career, at the very least, he's had a career. You know, there are performers who have not had the same career that he has, who would hurt a lot more for the consequences to this. So I think this would be an opportunity for him to maybe like get back to basics a little bit, maybe just make music for a little while, or get into alternative media, maybe focus on his own live stream thing, see if he can rally his base and see if like other people who still support him, you know, like us who are still fans and we want to see what he does, can gather. You know, maybe he'll do his own podcast. I don't know if he's doing one, but he can do his own YouTube thing. So it could be a chance for him to see what else is out there in the market. And if he takes to any of it, it would be a huge boost for that market because of the clout that he does have. So, yeah, the elite, whatever form they may take, it's a circle that just gets smaller over time, and people get turned out because either they no longer adhere to the standards of the elite, or they fuck up like Will Smith did. And now he's going to have to redirect that energy to something else. I just don't think it would be wise for him to sit around and wait to be brought back into these productions, because they'll have moved on. There's other people that they can work with. So that's what might be the right choice for him now, is to see what else is out there and see where he can put his weight into, and kind of start building from the ground up all over again. Say, you know, I had a death, I had a rebirth, and now here's me working to not only repair the damage that I did, but try to make things better overall.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'm waiting for it. He picked up something. Charles has picked up something.
What is the next bit?
I'm just gonna say right now, Nerf. So I feel like he has such a big opportunity. If to say the least, that he's being told that he cannot be in certain movies because of the studios, or he can't get an award for stuff. He has a good influence on TikTok and on YouTube, and he was in the YouTube Rewind that actually did do well, and then he was, you know,
he was also a huge meme.
He was a huge meme. He still is. I hate to say it, but I think this could be a good opportunity for him though to kind of not step back, because he just came back from taking a massive step back. So I think this is a good time for him to try to be the better version of him and do the things he wants to do with his media that he has. And I hope him the best. And if he does do something, I will be one of the first to see it. I am a big fan of Will Smith, and I will definitely be following him.
Just imagine he sets up a podcast, first guest, Chris Rock. Give the two of them a chance to hash it out and let him, give him a chance to apologize to him directly.
So I think they already did. I truly think I think this already happened. I think they already physically apologized. I think they called each other because they've been in several things together. They were actually in the Fresh Prince together. And like they were in tons of stuff together. I'm pretty sure they called and they're like, "Bro, I fucked up." He's like, "Bro, man, I fucked up. I should have made that joke. I'm sorry about it." And
apparently that Chris Rock is heated and freaking. Apparently the two of them have issues with each other now.
See, but that's all being said from media. There has not been statements like Chris Rock is more worried for his life because you have crazies out there that are big Will Smith supporters, and you have the crazies no matter where you go. I know he's kind of worried about that. He did a show the following night and apparently had some guys getting heated in the crowd because of the incident that happened. But I don't think they have like any beef like in that category, or if they do, it's real beef and that it's not gonna get settled online. It'll be one of the things where they just hate each other for a while and then it just sizzles out. They just ask each other, why are we even so mad? But no matter what, I think if a situation he starts a podcast and the first person on his podcast is Chris Rock, if that's the case, I 100% say they already apologized. Right now, on April 11th, 2022, if he starts a podcast, does a video, and they apologize, I'm guessing that they've already apologized by this point.
Worst comes to worst, Will Smith could just go back to doing music, and I figure they just do the KSI Logan Paul thing and just fight. I mean,
I think that might be worse for him. They're gonna be calling him like the fucking cheek slapper. Like, I don't know if that's gonna be a good thing for him.
it can be taken out of context in so many ways, Jordan.
I want it to be. Will Smith, more like clap them cheeks. But yeah, so that's kind of the Oscar segment there. Do we have any final words on it?
I just want to say I kind of agree with you that they probably have already hashed it out somewhat. You pointing out, by the way, that they have known each other and they go back a long time, because I remember now, yeah, Chris Rock did show up on an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, at least one.
I know he was wearing a wig and a dress and they were grinding.
Yeah, he was doing like I think 2 characters in one. Yeah, I remember that. So that actually adds a little bit of fuel to the maybe they staged the whole thing fire. A little bit of fuel for that.
Dude, if it was staged, I swear to God, I'm going to blow a cap. My own cap.
I know. Like if it was staged, we're never going to find out.
It's too deep now.
So, but nonetheless, if they apologize, if he has apologized already, even if they were to still do that episode, still do a public one anyways, just to like so that everybody can hear it and help them process their own grief as well.
Yeah,
and the views, of course.
Pretty much, sorry. If Will Smith pretty much destroyed his career on purpose.
See, that's the only reason I don't.
Just wants out of Hollywood, doesn't want to say no to like 100 people, so just all right.
I mean, once again, when you look at the numbers, and guys, I'm not trying to make this go on, listeners. I'm really not. I really hope that it's staged in some ways, and I really hope it's not, because if it is staged, it should have came out already. But if they signed a contract or whatever with the Oscars because they need views, then it's so hard to say, but I hope it's faked because I don't want to see friendships get destroyed. But I also hope it's not, because Will is now paying a price for it. And I'm really back and forth on it. But imagining that it is real, because that's what the primary media is saying. And please let us know your opinions down below. And if you want to watch the full podcast, links is in the description if you're watching this little short YouTube clip. But yeah, I really kind of hope it's real, and I hope they're able to get back to it. And if they already apologize, hopefully they do a public apology that they do, not a third-person media person going, "Oh, he said in this tweet, I apologize to the ones I may or may not have slapped." And then Chris going, "I apologize for ones I may or may not have made fun of." It's like, you can't do that. Just have them say it. Have them say it. I don't want a third party telling me if they apologize, except if it's like someone I care about.